Chapter 4. You have to have absolute acceptance of this premise that there is a thinking stuff that we can, that it gives us what we want, and by using our thoughts we can create out of form a substance. Here's the hard part, is believing that to be true, even when circumstances indicate otherwise, to the contrary. So the truth of things is that you have abundant health. And you have to be able to remember that and think that even in light of disease. We're the health table over here. Yeah, and the essential oil lady, right? And so, yeah, so even in the presence of this flu, and, you know, I haven't had the flu either, and I don't use essential oils, and I didn't get a flu shot. I just, I just have decided that I'm not going to make agreement with the flu. Okay. Watch tomorrow, I'll just... you shook too many hands. Where's the stuff? Okay. The same thing has to do with abundance and scarcity thinking or poverty thinking, is that the truth of the matter is that we live in an abundant universe. There's so much out there, and yet it's our scarcity thinking that really keeps us from really realizing it all. By thinking this way, in absolute acceptance of these principles, you eliminate doubt and fear. And you know, once you can eliminate doubt and fear, you know, you're halfway, maybe even more than halfway to the goal line. So that's why he really asserts that it's got to be absolute acceptance in these principles. So you learn to think this way by reading these chapters as often as you can for 90 days. Every day for 90 days. Secondly, and here's the bonus prize, that creed that I put on your table, and if you guys are short one, I have extras, table pie. Read that daily, maybe even twice a day. This is kind of the summation. He calls it the syllabus or the creed of the science of getting rich. So if you don't have time to read the chapters, at least read this. Okay, chapter 7. Of course, it's gratitude. Now, we are really blessed to have Lisa in our midst, reminding us, focusing us on gratitude. What better gift does a group like this have than to have, you know, the preeminent expert on gratitude just sitting amongst us? I think that's fabulous. Gratitude, Waddell says, is how we relate to formless substance in a harmonious way. Period. Gratitude. That's it. You got to do it. And so you believe in the substance. You know that it can give you everything you desire, and you relate to it by a deep feeling of gratitude. Now, I know most of you, because you have been influenced by Lisa, you have some sort of gratitude practice. That's wonderful. If you don't have one, start one. If you have one, step it up. Make it bigger. Because that's the way to connect with formless substance. If your gratitude is strong and constant, then the flow of good to you will be strong and continuous. The other thing is that, I was talking to somebody, but faith is born of gratitude. So you experience gratitude, you have good comes to you, and you, oh man, that's great. And so you do it again, and it comes to you again, so you build a faith and an expectation that good things will come to you as you're practicing gratitude. The other tricky part, there's always a tricky part, because in these ways, you know, it slips us up, but you got to be thankful for the good and the bad, or at least what you interpret to be bad. Because really what you're doing is putting meaning in good and meaning in bad, because circumstances are neutral. So gratitude all the time. Okay, that's chapter 7. Chapter 11, acting in a certain way. You need to be able to say to yourself, who am I? How am I going to present myself? And you need to act as if it's so. Bring that idea that you want to you. Act as if you already have it. In so doing this, you're also going to be creative and collaborative. And we got to remember that we have to act in the present moment. We have to act now. That's where our power is. Living in the past doesn't do it, and living in the future isn't going to get you where you want to go either. So the last chapter of importance, and again, I'm going fast through these because you got to get the book. Impression of increase. In everything you do, know that you are a person of increase, that life is seeking expansion for all of us, and that you could be the way of expansion for the individuals that cross your path. That's part of what this group does. In the networking, in the business referral, you are being a person of increase. So it's important that in your day-to-day interactions, I came over on the turnpike today, and even giving a smile to the toll booth, taker, that is an energy increase. So, do you have a gratitude practice? Are you aware of your dominant vibration? And if you want to know, like I said, just look at your life. Are you acting as if it's so? Are you the person that walked into this room acting like the author that you want to be? That's what's important. Are you collaborative versus competitive? And are you advancing everyone? So a daily practice would be read, 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 immerse yourself in the book and in the creed. And lastly, envision. If you're not visioning, you need to start, because that's where you're going to go. Write a vision for yourself or your business. Start it out with, I'm so happy and grateful. Now that, put it in the present tense, even though it's maybe 2-3 years down the road. And read that vision morning and night and keep it close to you. Give thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Forgive everyone and everything all the time. Stay connected with like-minded people, and you're doing that today. You all get a gold star for doing that today. And you got it because there's energy vampires out there waiting to suck your eye. Get in or start a mastermind group, and if you don't know how to do that, I'm happy to help. And lastly, as Lisa's sign off in all of her emails is have fun. Now I don't know what meaning she attaches to it, but I say focus on your vision, undertake action, and never ever give up.
That's awesome.
Waddles, weird looking guy, but he had it going on. So thank you all very much. I appreciate it.